Hey there. Welcome to the Gyro Step, a Milwaukee Bucks podcast, probably a part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network and GSPN, and presented by our pals at Prize Picks. I am Ty Windisch, one of your hosts, joined as always by the dapper Rohan Katti. Rohan, good morning. Happy Monday. How's it going, sir?
Doing well. Happy Monday. It's cold. Bucks suck. At
Well,
least
Victory Monday.
college basketball's fun. It is Victory Monday. And I know, Ty, you did a solo pod last week, but the duo's back. We're
Yeah.
back.
Oh, these are the best ones. March Madness, my bracket's pretty busted. I'm out of the Survivor
Everyone's
pool.
is.
I'm not loving it. Well, literally everyone's, but you know what I mean? Like, busted. Like, I am toward the bottom of most of my groups now, which I don't.
I had Florida winning.
So that's not great. So I have Arizona. They didn't lose, did they? I actually didn't look. They played later last night. I didn't look. So I'm still alive in that sense, but I think I've lost quite a few, at least Sweet 16 teams by now. But anyway, the Bucks did win, so we can start there before we bounce around to a few things. We're going to talk AJ Dybantsa. We could talk a little bit about what I talked about late last week, the kind of quotes from Bucks ownership, Wes Edens in particular, I believe, just on Giannis, but not wholly surprising, but still worth talking about. But first, the Bucks, 108-105 in Phoenix over the sliding Phoenix Suns. I believe that was like their fourth loss in a row.
Fifth, I think.
Maybe it was their fifth. They snapped the streak in their next game. I think they played last night and won. But I think they led in a lot of them too, and they did in this one as well. It was a close game. The Bucks didn't run away or anything, but a little bit of a sloppy start. I think they had 5 turnovers in their first 5 minutes. But after that, first kind of Kyle Kuzma, who ended up departing with Achilles soreness, and he is now questionable for the Bucks game tonight against the Clippers. And then Ryan Rollins, who ended up having a pretty spectacular game all around. And then kind of just everyone else was okay. I mean, you look up and down this box score, and it was funny after the game, we do our stocks, we just text throughout the game, and then after it kind of go through the box score and be like, okay, what matched up? I kind of felt like I was going to want to give Jang an upstock, and then I look at it, it's 11, 2, and 2. That's fine. Good shooting. Nice game, but not a crazy game. Sims had 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 points, but kind of par for the course now. And we had Gary Trent Jr., 11 points, kind of back in the fold from Gary.
I think we missed an upstock there.
Yeah, we probably did, given how rough it's been for him this year, especially after the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's just, welcome back to the rotation, I guess, Gary Trent Jr. Obviously, in this game, there's no Giannis, no Bobby Portis.
No KPJ.
No KPJ. So, you have to go a little bit deeper into your rotation. And Gary Trent Jr., after getting a few more minutes in the previous game, he's back. He's getting 20-plus minutes in this game. Boy, that would have been nice earlier in the year.
I know. And so for next game.
Another example of too little too late.
That's been pretty much the motto of the season. So Giannis, thankfully, will remain out. KPJ with the right knee synovitis will remain out Monday as well, which something to monitor. It's just he just has knee swelling that just is probably going to be a problem the rest of the way, it feels like. Again, I don't know, given their goals as a team, why has he played at all in the last couple of weeks? Because he's been questionable, played, then out. That's kind of been the thing. Maybe
he's
something.
He's got to build his own value so he leaves in free agency.
Yeah, I mean that may be true. Maybe this is one where playing on it doesn't exacerbate things. I would guess it does. I would guess running and jumping on a swollen right knee isn't good for it. But I am not a doctor, nor is Doc Rivers.
No.
But he and Giannis are going to remain out, as is Alex Antetokounmpo, of course. Kyle Kuzma is questionable for that game, as I mentioned, with the Achilles soreness. And then Gary Harris is probable with a left groin contusion. So there's that.
After he was out.
I think he was out. Yeah, I think he was out for the Suns game. Do you feel like there's some tanky stuff going on with the injuries before we talk about the rest of this game?
I mean,
at the
yeah, go ahead. You have to think a little. We haven't talked since the Utah game.
Yeah.
Utah game, abysmal, by the way.
Horrible.
Absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
What did I say on our pod? I was like, come on, you can't. The Jazz are going to out-tank the Bucks, right? You can't do that. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I real wrong there. Would you lose by 39 points or something like that?
I think it was 36 because that was Anderson Garcia's plus minus. He was plus 36. A guy I'd never heard of. Had you heard of him? He was on a 10-day. He played the whole game. He played 48 minutes. He started and played 48 minutes, obviously. A guy that we've never even heard of.
Yeah. 32-point victory for the Jazz.
32, yeah.
But
that was a low point.
It does feel like there's a little bit of Santanki stuff going on. Has to be, right? You keep Bob out after that was a little bit of a surprise.
It backfired.
He's really an Iron Man.
Yeah.
When it comes to genuinely, he's really, really good at staying active and playing in games when it comes to being a Milwaukee Buck. He played against the Jazz, played almost 24 minutes against the Utah Jazz, and then 2 days later, it's nah, you just can't. He just can't. The Suns team's lost 5 or 4 in a row going in, I believe. Yeah. So you can't play Bob. Doesn't work. What you said, Ty, is kind of coming true.
I wanted to get there. Wait, so the Bob injury. So the first injury report for Phoenix does not include Bob. KPJ and Harris were questionable. Giannis and Alex were out. Then it added late. So this is where my eyebrows raised. Harris and KPJ ruled out. Fine, they were questionable. Bobby Portis Jr. left rib costochondritis is now out. And now he's not even on the injury report for the next game. I'm not saying they're making stuff up, but my thought is if they can find anything right now, they're yeah, you're out.
Yeah.
You have Costco in your left rib.
I was going to say your rib went shopping. You're out.
Your rib just bought 80,000 rolls of toilet paper. You're out for the game.
Yeah, your rib's buying in bulk. You're out.
You're done. Yeah, very interesting stuff. But yeah, my prediction. Apparently it's not. Because Bob, I think, is back, so that may mean less Nance and lean into it. And Miles was playing. No, I think I had Miles in for my prediction. At least the one I tweeted. Oh, did you? Okay. For anyone, my prediction was they're going to shut down some guys, probably Portis, KPJ, some others, and they're going to lean into, I believe what I said was Rollins, Green, Jeng, Kuzma, Turner, and they're going to go on a run.
I thought you said Nance.
Oh, yeah, I said Nance. You're right. Not Kuzma, Nance. Which Kuzma did go out, and then Nance played a lot more. He played 27 minutes, the most of any bench player against Phoenix. It ended up they started Rollins, Prince, Kuzma, Jeng, Turner, and then Nance subs in there. Nance was a +1. Trent was a +13, so I didn't have that on my bingo card. But the more I look at this idea that maybe they'll fail at tanking basically, which would be apt for the way this season has gone when they failed at everything else. I don't know that it really matters.
No, they're going to lose anyway.
Even if they win some.
Again, they're kind of locked in 9 or 10.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at this point. It's too late. You have 12 games left in the season for the Milwaukee Bucks? And then this season's finally over?
They're only 3 in the loss column worse than Golden State now, who still does not have Steph back. It's been really bad.
And it's definitely not going to have Steph the rest of the year. That's my prediction.
You don't think so? I think they'll bring him back very late. I think they'll bring him back very late because they're going to be in the play-in. They're locked into it.
I think...
Because they're still 9 ahead of New Orleans.
But the thing is, he's been out so long.
Yeah, it's fair. He might not.
And there's no real timetable for it.
So that's a concerning one.
I think they're just trying to sell tickets. But
yeah, that could be the case. And then they're 4 losses better than Portland. 5 total games. I mean, Portland is really playing guys, so I'd be a little surprised. But they're bad. They're not good. So. And they're in the West. So I guess that's the one thing that I'd be a little concerned about. If they really start to get in with the West play-in teams, that's a problem. But I guess it'd be great if somehow one of those teams snuck into the actual playoffs, because then it would drop a team with much better record into the lottery standings. But I would not bet on that.
Yeah.
But Chicago 1 win, and then New Orleans 6 wins. So there's a lot of distance there.
And the Bucks are, I believe, 4 games. The magic number is 4 for elimination for them.
I can't believe it hasn't happened yet.
I mean, there's 6 or 7.5 games back of the Hornets, who they have the tiebreaker on.
Yeah, so 7.
With 12 games left.
Yeah, sounds right then. I'm not going to try and... It's always more complicated than you think.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're 29 and 41. The Hornets are 37 and 34. We all know it's not.
What's going on, by the way? Since when is the 10th? When is 10th in the East? 3 games above 500.
It's a really good East year. I mean, that is part of this. Well, the Bucks are still pretty far below 500. Like, they don't deserve to be there anyway.
They would have to win every game the rest of the year to go 500.
Yeah, I'm going to bet they don't do that. But it's a good East year. I mean, Charlotte, people are picking as like a hot upset. They may not even like make it into the actual playoffs. It's obviously really uphill to do so. Miami suddenly looks kind of frisky lately. Feels like when they don't have both of Norm and Hero, they look better. I just think those guys are too duplicative, but whatever. The Magic, like, they're always hurt, and the vibes are mostly bad, but there's clearly talent there. And then the Hawks have just been awesome lately.
Yeah. Magic gave up one of the worst game-winning shots I've ever seen.
Yeah.
To Luke Kennard.
Yeah. The Luka,
Come on, man.
Well,
You gave him enough time for him to adjust his shooting sleeve before he caught the ball.
Well, how about your Florida, who I had in my survivor pool, and the whole second half, like, it got them back into the game. They're running this really aggressive press. But then, okay, you're back in the game. You don't have to do this anymore. They're sending like
winning.
They're sending like 4 players across half court every single, and there's just like they get a 2-on-1. Who are they playing? Iowa gets a free 2-on-1 wide open 3 when you're up 2. Like, maybe just don't do that. Maybe just stop with the crazy press. Just play defense.
Yeah, and you can see how it worked for Iowa on the ensuing possession.
Yeah.
When they were up, they didn't have to press.
No, just say, how about you make a shot, and then the Florida kid who looks like I don't know, the Florida guard who kind of made the bad pass. I was like, how old is this guy? Yeah.
He's actually pretty young. He's a transfer from Princeton, I think.
Okay. Yeah, obviously can't pass when there's a second left, but no. I don't think he had a good shot either, but it was just an ill-fated idea. I said that too. We were watching the game, like, their best 2 players are bigs. I don't know what they're going to do in this situation. It's just hard, right? Like, you can't.
Yeah.
There's like 4 seconds left. You have to go full court because they don't move it up in college. You know, you can't really run a play for a big from there, so it's just tough, and it was indeed tough. Anyway,
they didn't have Walter Clayton this year.
No, they didn't. I can't believe the Jazz punted on him so quickly. By the way, it's not been a good rookie year. I thought he'd be better.
I was going to say, I don't think the Grizzlies are really reaping the benefits of that.
No, I thought he was going to be pretty decent in the NBA. He still got time, of course, but it's not a good start. I took him in my.
I think he'd be good on a better team.
Yeah, I guess, like, if you're really bad, you just don't care about him, right? Like,
yeah,
we don't need Malcolm Brogdon next year. We need, more shots at Ace Bailey or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Bucks outlook. A little concerning now with these West teams. Like, how hard is Golden State's schedule? How do I look at this? Remaining schedule strength.
Not easily.
No, I got it. I'm on Tankathon. Tankathon's good. God, the Bucks are just on everyone's easiest. So this is toughest versus easiest. OKC has the toughest left, actually. Bucks had the 17th toughest. Oh, Golden State actually has the 27th hardest, so the 4th easiest schedule remaining. And Portland has the easiest.
Oh.
So that's good. Golden State does have Spurs, Lakers, Cavs, Rockets, Nuggets left, but they also have Wizards, Nets, 2 against the Kings, Mavs, and Clippers. Anyway. But yeah, if they stay in 9 or 10, I think it's totally fine. If they do fall, that's kind of bad, but we'll talk about what they could reap if they jump in this draft. It's obviously unlikely, though, because now you need a double jump to use video game parlance because the Pelicans keep winning, which is they should stop doing that. It's very annoying.
Yeah, the Pelicans are 6-4 in their last 10.
Because again, there's no reason to lose. No reason to do anything, really. I mean, obviously they want to win games, get better. Just kidding.
Yeah, but they don't own their pick.
Right. They have no real reason to lose. Yeah. But like, they can't get in the playoffs, but obviously you want to play well. If there's no reason not to,
there's no incentive for them to lose.
Correct.
At all.
Anyway, what else from Bucks Suns stuck out to you? Gary coming back is nice. Seems
I was gonna say it's got to be Ryan Rollins, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Rollins. 26 points, 10 rebounds. Rhino. I don't know what sound a rhino makes. I've not been to the savannah. I don't know if that's what they do or not. Could you imagine just like a 1-ton rhino chugging at you? It's just, that'd be scary.
I've seen a baby rhino before.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have a horn yet?
Yeah, a little one.
I'd be afraid. I wouldn't want to be around that.
No, it was in San Diego.
It was penned up? You weren't like just in a field with it?
No, it's the San Diego Safaris. I think someone's going to correct me. It's something like that. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But you are the ones moving. They put you in a truck and they drive you
Oh, okay.
around. It's
Nice,
not like you
nice.
walk from exhibit to exhibit. It's not like that. You are
Yeah.
actually they're chilling and
Yeah.
you're the one driving around in an enclosed area.
I think the most underrated sick as hell animal is probably the rhino.
Oh, it has to be, right?
We don't talk about rhino. We talk a lot about elephants, and I get it. There's a lot of bad stuff happening with
Hey,
animals.
elephants are the goat.
Elephants are great. I just think rhinos are awesome too, and elephants get talked about 20 times more.
Yeah. I think the white rhino just officially went extinct.
Yeah, I know. We're running out. Maybe that's why. It's just too sad. But
Yeah.
I do like rhinos.
Poaching
Anyway,
isn't good.
no, it's bad.
Unless it's eggs.
Or like young players. Coaches. The Bucks should poach a coach. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals for Rollins, 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 7 from deep, only 3 of 6 from free throw, and 3 turnovers. He was a +6, which outside of Trent, Kuzma was +7 as well. Kuz was really good too. But Rollins just kind of sealed the deal down the stretch, big
He
mid-range.
went and delivered and made those big shots, except free throws. The free throws were a little iffy. But getting that and one to basically seal the game at the end there, just delivering play after play after play. I think that we're talking to Ousmane Dieng after the game.
Yeah.
And just saying like, yeah, he's just that guy.
He's like, he's really good or really great or something like that is what he said.
Yeah, and just being able to see that development from a young player and continue to really shine as this season just sucks the life out of you, not in a good way. It just is not. It's a real ray of sunshine.
Here's what Ooze said, per Eric Name of The Athletic. On Rollins making clutch plays to close the game. He's a great player. He was just calm, getting to his spot, getting those fouls at the end. I think he was just making the right play every time. So shout out to him. It was good. I agree. It was good, Ooze.
It was very good. But yeah, shout out to Ryan Rollins. It's a really good opportunity and experience for him. And it's just a shame he's not going to win Most Improved Player.
Yeah, who's the favorite right now? Duren?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't think Duren has nearly as much of a leap.
No.
Let me just like year over year. Oh, it's actually pretty big. Oh, but his points actually went down from year 2 to year 3. But he went from 11.
Rollins doesn't have the biggest points jump. I think that's Naw. Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Oh yeah, Naw's a good candidate too. I wouldn't even mind Naw as much.
No, I wouldn't either. It's just like that's the type of player it should go to.
Yeah, Duren went from 11.8 to 19.2 points per game, which is a pretty big deal. The rebounds are static, but it's really just an offensive leap. Like his assists are down, his field goal percentage is down, but he's like the way he's doing it's more impressive. He went from basically roll and dunk man to being a real presence down low, and
all-star.
All-star really helped change their season.
Arcade, man.
Yeah, that sucks. Collapsed young. Hopefully he can collapsed lung. Hopefully he can get back soon. I've seen there's like pretty wide range on how long that takes.
Yeah, it could be like 3 weeks. Could be like 9 weeks.
9 weeks, it's over. I mean, if he's not back before, like either plays like the last 2 regular season games or is like, full practicing by then, I think they're just cooked. Like that seems like it's hard to step back from and just be right away as good in the playoffs with like no real rust knockoff, but I guess we'll see.
And he would, even if it was season ending, he'd miss all NBA.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was like a second criteria. There's like a lower games played if you have a season ending injury, but it's only like 5 games. He's like 1 below it, I think.
I think it's not, I think it's 61.
Okay. So it's 4 below
4
it.
games. Good job.
So
just
random.
Everyone involved.
I will they clearly need to get rid of this rule, and they never should have put it in. And I've seen people still making the argument.
It's the Embiid rule.
Yeah, it's the Embiid rule. I've seen people making the argument like, oh, like some of these players are playing in more games to hit the 65. So I'm like, I don't think that's really true. I mean, it's been
I think the one guy who said it publicly is just Wemby.
Yeah.
Who I think needs to play, can only miss like a few more games, I think, the rest of the way. But the season's coming to an end anyway. And he seems perfectly healthy, knock on wood.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, maybe it is, but it's literally going to be stupid. And I think everyone, or at least the consensus, will rally around this when we see the All NBA teams this year. it's going to be stupid lists, especially if one of Wemby, Shea, Joker, like has a random thing where they miss a week. I think any of them could get knocked out. Joker's only one away.
He's one away.
I think Shea is a little more.
4.
So he might be okay now. Yeah. But it's just going to be stupid. Like if Joker misses 2, like, I'm not, maybe you think I'm saying this, not you, but like, our listeners, especially if we have non-Bucks fan. Oh, you just want Giannis. Giannis shouldn't make it this year. Like, forget the rule.
Missed like half the year.
Yeah, forget the rule. Like, the Bucks are horrible. He's missed way too much time. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But it's going to be stupid. I wouldn't even say
it's the Bucks horrible. It's him missing half the year.
It's both. I think they're under 500 with him.
Yeah, I know, but he's still that guy.
No, I know. If he played the
entire year, if he played again, I'm not saying he should make. I'm saying if he played the whole year, then yes. But in this scenario, no, absolutely not. He's missed half the year.
Yeah, I think it's probably different things. Like he's probably not first team if he plays the whole year, and everyone else is eligible, and the Bucks are like this. Like I think you could like look at like Luka and like the close games and the difference he's made. Obviously, like Wemby and Shea and Joker are bulletproof. Jaylen Brown, like there's a lot of good candidates. I mean, again, Cade is now knocked out, but that's literally the first seed in the East. But it's gonna be stupid. Like
Cade should have been first team.
Like Jamal Murray is gonna be an All NBA. Like maybe Chet Holmgren and like Cade's not gonna be there for playing like 5 less games. Like it makes no sense.
It's weird.
I don't think we had a problem with like voters not being able to parse like what means more.
It was just Embiid. People got so fussed about Joel Embiid making all NBA teams.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
whole. Well, and the other side got so fussed about Embiid not winning Rookie of the Year for playing like 33 games, despite the numbers being outrageous. But he was second. Like I'm fine with that. Like knock him down, but he can still get some recognition. Like I think that's a fair trade. I think the voters have figured out how to do this over the years.
Yeah, it's not that difficult.
No. But Rollins, I agree with you. And I posted, I shared like when the Bucks announced that they signed him to the 2-way, which is like 2 years and a month.
I was going to say 2 and a bit years ago.
Yeah, it was in February
24th.
Yeah. And I just posted it saying like, man, nobody knew how important this was going to be back then, which I certainly didn't. I watched his first game with the Hurt. I couldn't interview him because he was so new and like whatever. It was like this strange situation. But I was like, yeah, I guess I would talk to him. He had a pretty good game. Like he's shooting the ball down the stretch. But even then, like that, like as the year went on, I kind of like noticed like, okay, the shooting numbers are pretty good, but there was just so much else going on with the team and even like some other young players on the team that you're like, whatever, is this guy even going to stick? Like, what is this? And then I think really, was it like that summer league where we kind of figured out like, wait, there might really be something here. Because I think he was, gosh, who else was it that we were looking at before last year? Because he really outplayed a couple of guys, I think. And that was when it started to be like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's actually like got it. Like now that he's shooting the ball this well with what he does defensively, like this is a real player. And there was a little bit of like, oh, he hasn't, he's too inconsistent, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I know that he's not had a perfect season. He's obviously, I think you already said this on the pod, he's obviously been the best part about this season. Like the potential here is quite evident for his age, Rollins, and what he's able to do. And now that he looks, maybe he's a little healthier, I don't know. He has not looked this good against good teams. Phoenix is a good team in the West. Like he was able to get to the rim again, create that space in the midi. For me, it's just the variety of things he can do that I feel like he has sky high potential because he shoots off the 3, he shoots off the catch for 3 balls. He pulls up from the midi. He's very comfortable with it. He's had multiple daggers doing that this year. He gets to the cup, and the distributing has looked a lot better after like a pretty bad stretch for him. I'm super high still on Rollins.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is just the arsenal he has to be able to go and score the basketball and just do anything with the basketball. Like you're saying, he can get to the rim. He can get that little step back, little push off mid-range jumper. He can hit that little step back 3. He can dish it like anyone else can. It's his offense has really come along because the defense has been there.
Yeah.
We knew about the defense. We knew how strong he is as a defender, how rangy he is, because of that I think like +8 wingspan or something like that he has.
Yeah.
It's there. We knew that was there. just that he is a dynamic offensive player feels like just winning the lottery. And that's what it feels like.
Yeah, 100% it does. I mean, this is, if he wasn't, I mean, just imagine like this Phoenix game. KPJ's out. Let's pretend he's really out, right? It's not just like they're sitting him, so they couldn't play him. There's the starting five, like Cam Thomas, Jang, Prince, Kuzma, Turner, and Kuzma's just your only guard, and then Kuzma gets hurt. Like, this game would have been unwatchable.
Kuzma's your only guard?
Your only point guard. I mean, that's who they basically use as the backup when KPJ's out and Giannis. I mean, they try to put Cam Thomas. No, I mean, good God. Like, it would be rough, dude. It would be, and it's already rough. I'm not saying, like, they're not winning 50 games with him as their best guy, clearly. Not now, and probably not ever. But maybe ever. It would be really, like, they'd be really unwatchably bad. It'd be like the Utah game every game with Giannis and everyone out.
They probably have a better draft pick.
They definitely have a better draft pick, but they need 2 jumps, so it's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if their pick spot is better, but you still have this best of thing, and New Orleans is, like, climbing a bit, I don't know if the percent chance swap is worth just not having Rollins. I would think it's not.
No, I agree.
We're late to this because of me, but we're going to talk about AJ Dybantsa in a little bit too. We're going to go down the list, 1 prospect per week, because we have a lot of time still before the NBA. Is it in June?
Bucks season's going to end a little early.
Is it in June? We have that, so we can go through all the players one by one, and then we can do like big boards, mock drafts. We can do a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I'm excited. It's a bit first time
based on the tournament, not for AJ though.
No, not from AJ, not from Dybantsa.
A little for AJ.
I think good wise.
Yeah,
you look great. Same with Peterson. Sometimes you lose, but it works out. Is Duke still in it?
Peterson, I had a little more concern about, but then he looked a lot in the first half. But then he looked a lot better.
Yeah, he bounced back. He bounced back quickly in that first game. Where are you at on Nance? I think I'm the highest one ever on Nance. He was okay against Phoenix.
Nance. Yeah, I like Nance. I think he has 2 games left before he needs to be converted.
1 or 2. Did you see this report from Van Fayez of Brew Hoop?
I did not.
Not someone I would consider a newsbreaker. And that's all I'll say. But he said, per his sources, that Ajax would get waived and Nance would get converted this week. Yeah. We will see if that happens or not. I am just saying.
I don't know who else he would waive.
Well, that's the player option, because you could, if you look at their roster, you'd be like, oh, well, there's a bunch of guys I'd rather waive. Maybe.
No, it's Ajax.
It's Ajax for sure. He just never plays. Ajax. I'm a little concerned he's going to go somewhere and have a decent career, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Because he was like, he helped them
get him in a driving course, and then you're good.
Oh, God. Yeah, two driving courses. One with just on and off court there. But there's just not. I mean, the other guy honestly is like Cam Thomas. But I
think it looks bad for the Bucks to waive him.
He plays sometimes.
And I was gonna say he plays
sometimes, not every game.
Yeah, at least, but he does play. He plays more than Ajax.
Yeah, Ajax just never plays, and they're obviously not going to waive Thanasis. The unfortunate thing here is they cannot backfill Nance's 2-way spot if they do end up making a move like this or a different move, because that deadline has passed, which is a big miss because we just talked about, wow, they've got Rollins randomly and look how big of a deal it is. Obviously, you can't expect
AJ, Nance.
Well, Rollins was the one at least late in the year, so that's like the most direct comparison here. You're not going to expect to hit that win again, but like I think there would be clear value in, let's take a flyer on just a totally random guy and get him in the facility, get him in the org, bring him to summer league, and that's just not going to happen now. We got
Jamari Bouye.
Jamari Bouye looked pretty good for Phoenix. He's played, I think, pretty decent role for them this year.
Yeah, real ones remember the summer league game winner.
That was sick.
Bouye with the booyah.
That was also sick.
Why was Mark Jones on the call for that?
I don't know. Mark Jones just randomly pulls up to stuff to say hotter than fish grease.
He's free, Mike. No, who was that? No, I think it was. Remember Bucks antagonist Ryan Rollins.
Oh yeah,
he's the Rockets color commentator, I think.
Yeah,
and I think it was Şengün had like a wide open fast break dunk, and he's like, he's just frame mogging. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
It's a bit of a force. Yeah, I even felt bad when I had a tweet like that about.
like Şengün.
No,
Frame mogging them?
I had a tweet like that about Sims.
I know, but you said it tongue in cheek.
Yeah. The Cavs got
I
frame
think
mogged
Ryan
by
Rollins is
Jericho
trying to be
Sims.
cool.
Yeah, it does not work for him. The last guy I wanted to talk about in a positive light, like I thought Prince was fine. I thought AJ was better, which is nice to see. Kuzma was great in this game.
Kuzma was incredible.
20 points.
Kuzma was absolutely incredible. He was the second leading scorer in this game in just 23 minutes, or almost 24 minutes.
Yeah.
20 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He did, like we were saying, leave the game early due to right Achilles soreness, which is obviously very scary.
Yeah.
And is questionable.
If it's real.
I think it's real.
Okay.
Questionable for this game due to right Achilles soreness.
I just thought it was
So at least
interesting that they're like, wow, he looks really good. Get out.
that is a little.
I just was like, wow, the timing on that. He really felt it right in the middle of the game, right when he's on a heater. Man, that's unfortunate. I hope he's okay, clearly.
Yeah. He was just scoring. He was scoring. He was being an actual prototypical scoring wing in this game.
Yeah.
And not just playing like a big guard. It was great.
The Phoenix was pretty small because Brooks has been out, and that's a big deal for them.
Yep. Broke his hand.
Yeah, and some legal stuff happening too. I don't know if that'll impact his availability, but it might.
I don't think so.
Really? That's
No.
nothing? NBA? Isn't it something in NFL? Or is it not?
It wasn't alcohol.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it was marijuana.
Oh, I mean, still you shouldn't do that, but
No, still you shouldn't drive and do that.
yeah. Okay, my bad then. I mean, not really my bad. I didn't say anything, but Kuzma. But yeah, he took advantage of the Suns being a little smaller. He's now up to 35.2% from 3 on the year, which doesn't sound probably crazy. It's like pretty league average. It's his highest shooting season. It's his best shooting season since he left the Lakers. He was 36.1% with the Lakers, and then basically below this the whole time since then. And I want to see if I can pull this up quickly. Like he lately has been like way better still. Like from shooting. And that's been a huge difference. And I don't want to buy in too much, but I do think, like, let me just look at post All-Star quickly. It's been a big deal for the Bucks and for him. It just makes him, to your point, a real big wing player. If he can knock down those threes, he's still going to have the record scratch moments that we all know and not love from Kuz, where like, why'd that ball just go in the stands? A little, yeah, with season's lost anyway. It's like, well, we might have a little levity, at least why not? Like, passes floating into the stands or missing open layups, even though he's like you look at him physically, like if you just walked into a gym and were watching guys like shoot around and cut and stuff, like Kuz, you'd probably draft pretty high in all Bucks of like.
I like to think of it as if like if aliens are watching their first ever NBA practice and who do they think is the best player? If you did that, Kuzma's coming out on top a lot of times.
100%. Or if you just had highlights, you're like, wait, this guy is incredible. I think he's like 41%. Now it stopped loading. Post All-Star from 3. So he's really shot it well. You don't want to buy into that too much, but more often than not, this last part of the season, he's been one of their best players and very consistent.
Yeah. And he's going to be an expiring contract. Might as well build that value.
Yeah. That is a good point. Anything else from this game stand out to you?
He'll be a good mentor for AJ Dybantsa.
That would be sick. Should we talk about Dybantsa next?
Yes, we should. But
first, we'll talk about our friends at Prize Picks, where you can shoot your shot and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups. So all you have to do is sign up and play your first $5 lineup, and Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. We've obviously got the tournaments, a couple of them, that are going to be firing up again later this week. But if you want to stay up late tonight and watch our team, they're going to be active. It's always fun to, I was trying to be a first 3-minute man. It didn't work out for me. The Bucks just didn't score enough. But Rohan's had some success doing with those first 3-minute basketball projections. But there's also all sorts of other sports. I mean, we got baseball this week, right? Which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be April, but that's another story. But, you can look at
March for a couple of years.
I know. I just don't like it. Anyway, you can go strikeouts, total bases, hitter fantasy score, which I'm still trying to do the math and figure out what that means. But more hits equals more score. There's also UFC, hockey, soccer, a bunch of other stuff. So, and golf, which golf I think is actually very fun to see. They have some of the more niche stats on there, like how many greens will someone hit, like things like that, total putts, birdies. Total birdies is a fun one to watch when you're watching a golf event. Download the Prize Picks app today. Check all of this out yourself and support the show. Use code Eurostep to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Eurostep to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it is good to be right. It would sure be good to draft AJ Dybantsa too.
Man, before we even get started on this, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yep.
And we'll get into why in a second, but I wanted to be a little ambiguous at first.
Okay.
Who are your player comparisons?
Dude, I have a ludicrous one. Literally this morning as I'm watching more of his tape and reading more about him, I think you're going to hate this.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me say mine first and then,
go ahead.
Then we'll go for you. I'll give you two.
Okay.
Young Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
T-Mac.
Oh yeah, T-Mac's good. I like T-Mac. I was watching him today and I'm like, this is actually just 6'9" Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh.
Like the way he moves and gets to different spaces, like his hop step, his little turnarounds, like he can. Like there was a couple plays where like you'll see a big guy, he's like driving at the rim, and the guy thinks they have him walled off, and he just keeps moving around them. Like he moves in mystifying ways when he's attacking the basket, and that to me is one of the most exciting things about him. Dybantsa is BYU's 6'9" wing player. I think he's like 220 pounds or something like that.
210, 220, something like that. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to be as good as a 6'9" Shai, let's not get too carried away. But that's just some of the flashes I saw, which I guess T-Mac wouldn't be too far off of that. He, to me, and we haven't done our boards yet, and maybe I'll change my mind because I have not deep dove every player yet. Like I have a general understanding of the top and the middle of the lottery at this point, but we're going to go through week by week, and we'll do our boards and stuff after. But coming into
there's a consensus top three, though.
Yeah, definitely there was.
Cam Boozer and Darren Peterson.
100%. I'd be shocked if that wasn't the top three. Now there's the Peterson availability stuff, but to your point earlier, I think he showed up and was good enough in the tournament that, and everyone says he looks explosive to me at Kansas. Everyone's like, you got to look at his high school tape. Like he looks clearly hampered with an injury. I'm like, Jesus Christ, was he jumping from the opposing 3-point line and dunking? Like, what was he doing? But we'll talk about him next time. I think we'll do him next, then Boozer. Although there was a report this past week that the Pacers would take Boozer if they won the lottery, which I don't believe that's I don't believe that yet. Like, why would you determine that now? Like, we haven't had the combine. We haven't interviews.
Siakam, Zubac, Boozer. That's
a little weird. Yeah, a little weird. I don't understand that. I think that'd be great if they did it. I have Dybantsa number one though coming in, just because.
Yeah, out of the top three, same.
Just because this is gonna sound like it's like too scared. He is legit can't miss to me. Like I don't really see a world where this guy isn't a good pro. The jumper is just okay, but I think we've learned like Jaylen Brown is a great example because Jaylen Brown didn't have that much of a jumper when he was coming out, and like you can just add that now. Like I think teams are good enough for it.
Remember when he was like. I know Jaylen Brown was the third overall pick, so this is a weird thing to say, but do you remember that freshman year at Cal where it was kind of him and Ivan Rabb who were kind of like, oh, which one of these two is going to be really good? Because it's like, Jaylen Brown doesn't really have the jumper going. It's like some questions about the defense sometimes. And then it's obviously credit to Jaylen for putting in all the work, but it's also like, you go to a good team with spacing, good coaching, and it's just like, oh, now I'm sad again.
Good development too, yeah.
Yeah. But that development is just there because you have that tools and you see those flashes. We saw the flashes of the shooting. We saw the flashes of the playmaking. We saw the flashes of the defense.
Yeah,
and he was just able
athleticism.
to put it all together because he had that baseline athleticism and frame just to go along with it.
Yeah.
And AJ really has that already, and I think even more so.
I mean, to be clear, he's shooting 36% from three, which is like totally fine.
It's not bad.
No, totally fine for a college guy, and especially
college spacing. Too.
College spacing, and probably worse than most of the other prospects because their team is a lot just AJ. Like they have another recruit, a big guy I think they brought in, but like offensively, he's doing a ton of heavy lifting. And this is a historically great freshman production class, so he won't be the only one to have gaudy numbers. I mean, Boozer has been like the most productive player, one of the most ever.
Be player of the year.
Yeah, he 100% is. But AJ's averaging Dybantsa 24.9 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.7 assists to 2.9 turnovers. So it is plus, but not super plus. But again, a lot going on for him, not team wide. 0.4 blocks, 1.1 steals, 36.3% from three on nearly 4 a game. So it's not like, oh, this guy doesn't shoot. Like he shoots threes. It's not his main thing. He attacks the basket and, gets going mid-range. He makes a bunch of contested middies. I was watching this game against UConn where they were down like 20 and he almost brought them back all the way. Like I don't know how this guy isn't an awesome NBA player. I just don't see it. Whereas there's the obvious questions with Peterson for whatever the hell went on with Kansas this year. There's the Boozer, just kind of a tweener, which we'll get into these guys. But Dybantsa,
I haven't done the deep dive on Boozer yet, so again, don't flame me for this. But there's a little too much Paolo in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to do too much too early.
Like Paolo is good, but he's not a can't miss prospect.
No, for me, there's like, this isn't fair to Peterson, but like. I feel like this is a little Fultz Tatum-y to me, this Peterson Dybantsa thing, like, because Fultz had some odd stuff going on with like his parent situation and things like that, and sometimes like when there's smoke, there's fire, and I'd be glad if the Bucks ended up with Darren Peterson somehow. Don't get me wrong.
You know what? He should fall.
Yeah, he should fall. Let's fall to 10. Fall to 10. Grab Caleb Wilson and Kingston Fleming's over him too. But for Dybantsa, we'll focus on him. Like. I think he's going to be a good defender. He moves really well. He's very athletic. He seems
just the screen navigation getting downhill is incredible.
Yeah, I mean he does move like a guard.
The shiftiness is there.
Yeah,
the shiftiness is so there. And again, it's gonna be a little different in the NBA compared to college because he's not going to be able to get as much space as he's used to.
Yeah.
In college, purely not in terms of actual spacing on the court, but space from your defender.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
Guys are better, right?
Yeah, because guys are better, guys are bigger, guys are more athletic. Like that's just how it is. But it's you can see how he can develop that. You can see that path is right there. That fluidity is something you can't teach, and he's got that.
I think there's probably not the same passing upside, but like somewhat reminiscent to me of Cooper Flagg of just like I don't think he's as much of a guard either. But just like
I think he might be a better prospect than Flagg.
Really?
I think so.
I think Flagg, what he's been able to do scoring and handling, I'd probably have him a little ahead. I think Dybantsa can be a better defender than him, but I think he's in that combo for sure. Of just like you just can't go wrong with
Cooper's had an incredible rookie year.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with a wing player, a real big wing who has guard handle and footwork, but still defends big. Like some of these guys, like this isn't. One of these guys, like, okay, he's big and he moves okay, but this isn't Ousmane Dieng. No disrespect to our guy Ousmane Dieng. Of like, oh, he can get his shot off, but he can't be fit, doesn't get to the rim. This guy will like do a crazy hop step and the defender goes flying the other way and he's just dunking. Like he's tomahawk dunk on guys. Like he gets to the freaking rim, man.
He's the prototypical wing that you want.
Like literally.
He is that. Like the most sought after commodity in the NBA is him, right?
Yeah.
That 6'9", anywhere from 6'8" to 6'10", slashing a ball handling wing who can score at all 3 levels and defend.
And I don't remember one who came in as polished as him.
No, he's the guy where it's like he grew up on Paul George.
Yeah. But like you watch most of these guys, like Tatum even, like Tatum now is probably like in the NBA prototypical like healthy Tatum, two-way wing player.
He's that.
He's the blueprint.
Exactly. Thank you.
He is like the successor to Paul George, basically. Never as good.
Except
like
way better.
George had a little more burst than he did in his prime, but yeah, in terms of like the modern game, at least as good.
No, that's disrespectful.
Yeah,
Paul George
prime Paul George was
MVP
prime Paul George was a problem. But anyway, I think Dybantsa is going to be the next one. Like he's way better than those guys were in college. I mean, partly because like they just didn't let wings do some of this stuff back then. Like he's far
Tatum
ahead.
was on that Duke team that was just loaded.
Right, the difference of going to a BYU versus a Duke, which I think is going to work out for Dybantsa. I think, yeah. I mean, maybe if he goes to the Kings, it doesn't work because they're the Kings. But I just don't see a world where this guy's not. I don't know what the weakness in his game is. I really don't. I mean, people have pointed out
man, he's gonna be a hawk, isn't he?
He doesn't have. That'd be scary. He doesn't have like an amazing handle or this and that. Like I think he'll learn all this. I think his handle is fine for his size. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm not even breaking down his game that much just because I look at it and it's just like it's everything.
Yeah. It's everything. It's everything you could ever ask for.
He's got a great motor. I think he's been I don't think he's had like major injuries. Like there's not that flag for him. He's played really well on a loaded Team USA as well as on BYU. So like showing some of that scalability already. Yeah, I'm all in on Dybantsa.
What team do you think would be the worst to get him?
What do you mean worst? Like for him or for the NBA?
No, for the league. Spurs?
Indiana. Spurs are up there. I mean, what do they have? Like if Atlanta doesn't make the playoffs, yeah. I mean, Atlanta's now out of the play-in pretty comfortably. Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sixth.
So
I guess
it wouldn't be them. And they could still drop, but
not comfortably. They're
not comfortably.
Philly in seventh. In terms of games,
No, but they are. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, out of 9-10. Sorry.
Yeah, I was looking at 9-10. No, but they could still fall out. They could still fall out.
They're only one game ahead of Miami.
They could still fall out. I mean, I think Indiana would be really bad for the league.
Indiana would be.
I guess they'd want Boozer. Maybe if Boozer like goes earlier somehow, like if that's just BS, like
Kevin Pritchard, please.
Would be what? Halliburton, Nembhard, or Neesmith, probably Neesmith, Halliburton, Neesmith, Dybantsa, Siakam, Zubats. That's probably, and that's like right. I mean, they're the number one odds right now. That's right there for them. I think it's clearly them. I mean, Utah would be like, all right, Utah is just going to be actually maybe crazy good like next year, the year after. Ace Bailey, Dybantsa, Jaren Jackson, and Lauri Markkanen. Like, we just have 4, 6, 9 guys who could switch now. Like, what the hell? Like, how does anyone guard this team?
Wait, this happened really quickly.
Yeah, like, wait, what? Like, I don't know who is Dybantsa your point guard and you start Walker Kessler? I don't know, but their team would be crazy.
Oh boy, that's a big team.
Yeah, and then Hawks too. Like to your point, Dybantsa with Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels. I don't think they're as good.
Nah,
or Dallas. I mean, Dallas there in 6th. Like Dybantsa flag. Forget comparing them. Let's put them together. That's like that's got real like we're gonna run the league in a year or two potential.
Yeah, maybe we could get back to the finals.
Maybe we could get back to the finals. I mean, they'd be able to build themselves into like Celtics West, right? And I think with
when you have
potentially even better players,
GAs, there's no common.
No.
It's nothing. I was like, please just find me a letter.
No letters. No letters. A, B, and CF.
Do they literally not share any letters in common with their name? How uncommon is that? No, there's an A.
Yeah, I was going to say they have A's. The A's, but they're...
The A's, but one of them starts with a C?
Yeah, but he has an A in the name.
Oh, it's if they need to find someone with B, so then it's ABC.
Oh, yeah.
Booper flag.
Big boop.
They could get Boogie fly from Florida.
Yeah, the defender. There we go, ABC. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. I think the Kings, it's like whatever. They'll probably ruin him. The Nets are suddenly kind of, I don't think they'd be good next year, but like him and MPJ, although I kind of think MPJ, like they should have sold high, and we'll see if he ever has this good of a year again. But That's a fun. Any team that can put him next to another fun wing, it's like, okay, that just got real interesting. He probably rounds out Washington nice. I think him and Sarr would be pretty fun, but they have a lot of like, what's up with these vets now? So like they'd be what, Trae Young, like whatever two of their perimeter players, Dybantsa, Sarr. Like that's fun, I guess. Oh, and AD.
That is fun.
And AD. So it's Dybantsa the three.
Oh my God, I forgot about AD.
Dybantsa, Sarr, AD is plus Trae Young, and then one other guy. Whether it's Keyshawn George, probably him. That's maybe good. I have no idea.
For defense?
Yeah, maybe Bilal. Yeah.
What do you think needs to be improved with AJ? Like, what are the flaws that need to be addressed?
That's what I don't have much for you here.
I mean, like pick up the jumper a little bit.
Yeah, I think he could probably make a little bit of. I honestly don't want him to touch it too much though. Like I don't want one of these situations where the guy overthinks it too much. Like I might just let him play a bit first. I think it's probably the playmaking, like getting a better feel for like, not the obvious. Like right now he's more just the obvious stuff of like, he sees the helper coming, so he sprays it to that guy. But I think that will probably come for him just with like more reps and more, being in those situations and seeing the film and working with an NBA staff on that stuff. And even if it doesn't, like, again, I wouldn't say Jason Tatum is like, a point forward out there, right? Like he makes passes, but you're not like, oh, he's throwing guys open left and right. And he's still pretty consensus, like top 5 to 10 at worst NBA player. Put the injury aside, like before injury, I think he was probably right around 5th, maybe a little lower now. Just there's so many great players, but he still is an amazingly good player. And yeah, I think probably just refine the jumper, right? You'd like to see 41, not 36, but I think that could happen. Like if he's on a team with Cooper Flag and some of those looks are just spoon-fed, which is not really happening right now, I'm sure the percentages will go up.
Yeah, and it's like some things I could think about are like, is his foul baiting going to translate to the NBA? It's easier in college a bit.
I don't know if it is.
I mean, the players are worse.
They're worse, but like you get away with, I think, more like quote-unquote verticality in college. There's one of my favorite things about the tournament, my first favorite is halves just fly by. Like, I'm so used to NBA pill where I'm like, 14 minutes left. That's like 2 minutes in the third quarter. There's 45 minutes left in this game at least. And in college, you flip the channel, you flip back like, there's 2 minutes left. It's like, wait, the game actually goes. But the other one is like, you just see like so much more. Like they allow fair contact a lot more. They didn't late in Florida, Iowa, but in most games, it's like, okay, guys are kind of bouncing off of each other.
Haymakers in Florida, Iowa.
Well, but then there was this period where it's like, okay, it's a foul every possession. Then after that, they're like, we called too many. Like, just do whatever you want, which is not a good way to ref a game. But generally, I think, I don't know. I think the best NBA players get fouls easier than the best college players. College doesn't really play with some of the like, you tapped me, so it's an and one now.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I would just think like you have to build up that reputation.
100%. That might take a year or two for him.
Yeah, but if he's the number 1 pick, he has a lot of stuff built in for him.
That helps. I think I guess this is the other lens here. Like, how would he fit on the Bucks? And then we can do like, is there any world where they actually can pick him?
I think pretty easily.
Amazingly. I mean, as easily as any player.
Dorian Prince.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is
against my guy TP, but like Doc was like, "You're never playing a basketball game again. Actually, wait, you're starting."
He said, "Better learn coach, buddy. Never mind. Yeah, you got the start tonight." I think this is actually a guy where if they were able to pick him, Giannis just signs the extension. It's like not even that dramatic. Like Giannis gets in the gym with this guy one time, and he's like, "Wait, really? We have this guy now?
this guy's me?
Whoa.
This guy's my teammate?
Whoa, okay." I legitimately think he's that good now, and the position, clearly the biggest position need on the roster. Like there would be no better.
You don't need to shift anyone around.
No, just like we have an actual real modern 3.
Yeah, you keep Rollins, you keep Giannis, you keep Turner, you can keep Kuzma off the bench. Like it's you keep the KPJ role if he's still on the team.
Yeah.
You don't have to move anyone around.
No. I mean, you could trade.
In fact, you feel better about starting AJ.
Yeah, if you had to, or like you can trade Kuz. Green. Yeah, you're definitely starting Dybantsa. You could do one of the Bobby Kuzma trades. I wouldn't do like Ja or something dumb like that, but pretty much any 1 or 2 guard and just slot them next to Rollins would be the other option, like if KPJ does walk or whatever. Because I think you have so much lineup flexibility now of like we could get a 2.
I think he would single-handedly solve and fix the Milwaukee Bucks.
You need a new coaching staff, or Doc just like plays him. He's their 8th man or something stupid. But yeah, I think roster-wise, like everything makes so much more sense. Yeah. Like think about how much they rely on Ousmane Dieng right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then now your bench is like maybe KPJ or just another point guard, Dieng, maybe Kuzma, maybe Portis, maybe Green, like depending on who else you bring in. Nance still there, Sims, like everything just slots in so much tonight. Like Dieng, if you can retain him as your backup 3, I think feels really good after the season he's had.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it feels really good. Let him develop, fill that role at the 3. And you really have a strong team. Like, again, I can't think of a better big 3 than Rollins, Dybantsa, and Giannis.
That'd be insane. Yeah. That'd be insane. Like, that'd clearly be. And talk about, Rollins, like, he looked great against Phoenix. There's been times.
That's the successor to Drew Chris Giannis.
Yes. Except probably better.
Theoretically, yeah.
I mean, Dybantsa, where he's going to go. We all know I love Chris, but, like, this guy is like a complete can't miss.
It projects to be better. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
my thing is it's just really hard to say.
No,
yes,
it is.
It's going to be better for a title winning trio.
The reason it's hard is you probably like year 2 Dybantsa, I would guess, when he's like really kind of feeling it. And then like Giannis is now like 32, 33. That's the really difficult part. Like the ages just don't line up as well. I wouldn't be surprised if year 2 Dybantsa is like, oh, this is better than any one Chris Middleton season. And it's different than the playoffs, but like I think he's just going to be like 25, 8-8 or something crazy. Like almost immediately.
Yeah. He's going to get great looks.
Yeah. On that team.
Roll with Giannis. Like if Giannis actually set screens and things like that. Like,
oh my God. Again, how do you guard that?
Bro, I'm imagining a set where you just run a double drag with Giannis, Turner, and Dybantsa as the ball handler. Miles flares off to the perimeter. You get Giannis taking 2 defenders towards the rim, and you just Dybantsa in wide open space
with Rollins as the off man. So like he's attacking against against an extreme, or Dieng if you want to just be big and have shooting and size and switchability everywhere. I mean that lineup: Rollins, Dieng, Dybantsa, Giannis, Turner. That's like, oh wow, we're a real modern team now.
We might be the best team.
I mean, that would be an insane. I mean, that would be
with a good coaching staff.
Yeah.
Instead it'll be AJ Green ISOs.
Yeah. Cam Thomas, give it a shot.
Bobby, go post up. I know you're not in the game, but go get ready.
Dybantsa has never won an NBA Cup, so we just have to start touring over him until he can prove that he can win an NBA Cup.
Yeah.
Is there any chance the Bucks get him? Probably not.
Probably not.
So they can never have the first pick.
The only chance is if there is a double jump. The Pelicans pick, so the Hawks gets number 1, and then the Bucks jump up to number 2 or number 3. I don't actually know. I don't think so.
I guess 2. No. Here's the one where it could be number 3 if Indiana's legit about this and they're up there too. So
but then they take. Oh, you're saying if they're 2?
Yeah.
No, but I still think if any non-Indiana team is 1, they take AJ.
Then they could. So it's the Hawks that we'd have to, in this hypothetical, the Hawks would have to love Peterson, and then the Pacers or someone gets Boozer. So I mean, if you look at it from the Hawks, they really that is the hole on their team, right? They got CJ to fill the trade spot. They didn't want to pay him. Obviously, not a long-term fix. They don't have the dynamic young guard right now. So they'd have to look at Peterson and be like, okay, this is a perfect fit. The Kuminga, Jalen Johnson thing's been a little awkward. We love AJ too, but like him and Dybantsa, and Jalen and Dybantsa, is that going to work? Spoiler alert, I think, 100% it would. But if they were like, okay, we have a small brain, we need guard, we're going to take the guard, who's also, we'll talk about next week, like also a generational kind of prospect here. I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely. And then, Indiana or someone, or it's the Bucks at 2, or like Indiana takes Boozer, and then the Bucks get him at 3.
No, the Bucks at 2 would mean the Hawks are number 1. So.
Well, I mean, like the Hawks have 1, and they take the Hawks get 1 and have Peterson, and then the Bucks are there after either 2 or 3.
Yeah. So probably not.
Probably not. A very specific set of circumstances. And again, if it's literally impossible, if the Hawks just have him higher than Peterson, then it can never, ever happen because the Bucks can never pick ahead of the Hawks.
If he's number one on the Hawks board, then
no.
Tough luck.
Yep. So probably not.
Bucks, I mean, there's another scenario.
There is another scenario indeed.
Would you Bucks somehow make a trade to acquire a number one overall pick?
Would you trade Giannis for AJ Dybantsa?
I wouldn't want to.
No.
But if the writing's on the wall and he wants out, then I wouldn't say no.
If he conveys that he won't extend, let's ask it this way: how high would AJ Dybantsa? Let's just say Dybantsa. Let's say, because we're talking about him anyway. We won't say that hypothetical number one pick. How high would he rank on like a list of assets? And I think honestly, it's probably just players because like there's no future pick that I would value nearly as high as him.
No,
it's not. There's no way. Like there's.
I think the assets would probably be Shea, Wemby.
Yeah, Flag. Is it Luka? Cade. Like you're now you're kind of thinking like,
Cade.
oh, maybe.
No, I'm the like. Do I take AJ over Luka?
I think no. Luka has really come on, and you kind of reminding people. I think.
Yeah, it's 60.
But he's not 19 on a rookie deal. That's the other thing. When you have this freaking Dame Lillard cap thing going on.
Yeah, you need to save money where you can.
So like probably top 10.
I think top 5.
Wow. I guess that'd be a pretty good.
Is that too high?
No.
Is that too high? Okay, how about this? Out of realistic ones, like
out of realistic,
you're not getting Shea.
He's probably number one.
Cade.
He's probably number one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that because you're never like you probably can't even get like Jalen Johnson, who like you could say Jalen Johnson's proven it, but then this is the issue. Like if you're unless
the Pelicans win the lottery and then the Hawks are offering that the pick and Jalen Johnson.
I mean I think there's just
which
no
I don't
way.
think they do.
There's no
it
way.
would be Kuminga instead of Jalen. But
yeah,
would you take Peterson and Kuminga?
It's still pretty good. I mean, we'll talk about Peterson. Oh yeah. I don't really need another guy. I think Dybantsa is a good enough return where you feel okay. I mean, you maybe get some other future picks and stuff, but like, I think people would hear that and go, "That's crazy." Like when you trade a great player, you get this big haul and all this stuff. It's like, great. How much of the big stuff ever ends up being as good as the point is to find a player like AJ Dybantsa. I don't care if this other team will give us 4 picks and Brandon Pajemski. Cool. They're not going to be as good as AJ Dybantsa.
No.
We could have the number 1 overall pick 2 years ago. Yeah, that's Zachary Ricochet. Like you just never know what a pick is going to be, and you don't know technically what Dybantsa will be. But I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good.
I think AJ is a better prospect than Ricochet. Is that a hot take?
No. Absolutely not. I mean, I think basketball scouting's gotten pretty good. I'm trying to remember the last can't miss guy who just like actually was bad. Probably Fultz with the weird, like the jumper. He just stopped shooting. He's got all this mental stuff and he has these weird injuries. But probably it's Fultz, who I think people were less high on than Dybantsa, but still very high on.
Still shocked that didn't work.
I know. It's probably just him.
Tape and it's like,
yeah.
How is this guy not a future Hall of Famer?
Darren Peterson. But like even Zion, like obviously the injuries have been the issue, but when he plays, he's still pretty much an all-NBA guy, and Dybantsa doesn't have the same. Dybantsa's not like 300 pounds jumping out of the gym breaking shoes, so that helps. I can't think of a guy like this who's just totally missed. Who everyone's this high on in a loaded class like this.
Yeah. It just doesn't happen.
So if you have to trade Giannis, yeah, this would probably be the best possible single thing you could get back. I don't know who would do that. Who could actually pick him? Warriors? Would they really? Butler's expiring or whatever it is, and Dybantsa, would they really send that to give Steph a shot? Maybe they would.
Maybe they would.
I like Miami, if they're in the lottery, would they? The Miami might actually. I don't know.
Miami's.
They do love Bam. They really want to do Bam and Giannis. Like they have some other pieces. Would Indiana?
Is a good combo, but
would Indiana?
No, I don't think so. I think Giannis would be happy about that.
And Halliburton's probably young enough for their like. let's just have a ceiling for a decade of being probably a
Can you imagine just like not finally, the opposite of finally actually.
yeah.
Like how did this happen? You're in practice and it's Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Giannis, and they're all looking at each other like,
Yeah. Like what?
what?
I mean, they'd be for sure title favorites.
Are things okay?
This is weird.
This is real weird. I kind of hate you guys.
Yeah. I think they'd get over it pretty fast, actually. They made Dame play with Pat Bev, so anything is possible. Anything is possible.
No, to be fair, do you think it would be, I don't know if it's that much. It'd be making Pat Bev play with Russ.
No, I don't think it's as bad as you're saying.
Did that ever happen?
I don't think those guys actually hate each other. They've just gone up against each other, but...
I mean, Pat Bev kind of ruined...
No,
Russ's
I'm talking
career.
about Giannis and the Pacers.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Giannis and the Pacers. I don't think there's I don't think there's personal hate. I think Giannis hates losing.
No, not personal hate. I mean, maybe with Halliburton's dad, but...
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about him. I mean, Tyrese was, I think, fine about the whole thing.
He was like actually cordial about it.
Yeah.
It's really hard not to like Tyrese Halliburton.
I know.
It's kind of like Tatum, but better because it's like he
has a personality. Yeah. Does WrestleMania.
It's really annoying.
But you look at the other teams that could get one. Like, would they trade it for Giannis or like a Dybantsa pick? Wizards, no. Nets, maybe. The Nets actually are weirdly on here, I think.
Yeah.
Because they really want to skip the step. Like, they never want to really build. So maybe the Nets. Kings, I have no idea. I would assume they wouldn't, but
Kings could do anything.
They're the ultimate wild card. Jazz, no way. The Jazz are definitely going to. No, I think they would. I think they're pretty conservative. I mean, dude, it's Ainge. Ainge doesn't trade.
You think though? You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair to say. Mavs, I don't think so. I think with Cooper, you just got to slow play it. Grizzlies, no way.
Yeah, imagine Cooper and AJ is.
Yeah, you just have to do that. You have to do that. Cooper could play. If they're anywhere in the top three, Cooper could play great with any of those guys. So they just need to jump a couple spots.
Because Cooper is one of those
so malleable. Yeah, exactly. The Hawks, maybe, but I honestly don't know if they would. The Bulls.
I think the Hawks would.
I mean, they kind of stepped out of it earlier.
Yeah, but they'd have another chance.
Has this end of the year been so good, though, that they're just like, our team is young and cost controlled, and now we're dropping another young lottery guy? Like, Jalen might be too young.
A chance to go win a title next year.
I still probably wouldn't pick him. Maybe. We'll put him as a maybe. Are the Bulls a maybe?
I think the Bulls are absolutely a maybe.
This is so dumb. The Warriors might be the best one. The Blazers, Giannis has already said no. I don't think they would. The Hornets. The Hornets. Actually, we need to put the Hornets on the list to scare it. Like, just drop Mikal Bridges and slot in Dybantsa or Boozer into that spot. Oh my God.
Miles.
Yeah. Did I say Mikal? Sorry, Miles Bridges. Yeah. That would be.
Bridges in there. That'd be great.
That'd be better. But they need that 4. He'd be perfect. Dude, they'd be so LaMelo, Khan, Brandon Miller, Dybantsa, and Diabate. That'd be nuts.
That would be.
I don't think they'd trade the pick for Giannis. I don't think they would.
Again, maybe we're undervaluing Giannis here.
No, because the Hawks said no to Jalen Johnson. Well, I guess let's flip it. Would you rather have Jalen Johnson or Dybantsa?
Dybantsa.
Yeah, I think so.
And if they're not including Jalen, who it's like that makes sense. It's different perspectives, right?
Well, yeah, it's where you're at as a team, the cost control.
Jalen's ready to win now.
Like, how long are they under contract? You know, Giannis cannot extend for 6 months if he gets traded. So you're going into the season with him expiring, which is kind of an issue, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, it'd be great if they got him.
Very
I don't
unlikely
think they will.
scenario to get AJ, which is a really tough one to start off with.
Yeah, I know.
It makes sense to start off with him because he's the best prospect.
I think so, too. I'm glad we're aligned on this. So next week, we'll do Peterson, and then Boozer, and then Wilson, and then from there, we'll see what the order's like when we get closer.
We'll have some more tournament tape on Cam.
Yeah. I forgot his brother's on the team, too.
Caden, it's crazy, man. He didn't get the looks or the talent.
No.
Just
Rough of you to say that, but yeah, it's correct. At least he gets to be in all the commercials. That's fun.
that is, and it's like he starts for a team that could probably win the national title.
Yeah.
Like that's not nothing. Like I'm not trying to say he's a bum.
No.
Like he's not a bum, but
No.
he's just not going to be he's not a generational prospect. Like
Is he even a first round prospect?
Sucks, man. What?
Is he even a first round prospect?
I don't know.
I don't think he is right now, but maybe
he was coming into the year.
I know a lot of people balance it where like if you're not going to be like a lotto pick freshman, they kind of assume you'll just stay in for a year. Maybe that's different because his brother's going to get drafted. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, we'll get to them.
Sucks. Can you imagine like your twin brother is just like getting up this?
I mean, counterpoint. I don't think he'd get to headline multiple commercials if he didn't have that twin brother. So
that's true.
So, if you can play your role, if you know your part, and maybe he can improve and be a lotto pick next year, but
yeah,
maybe he'll have a big tournament.
Like, at the end of the day, his dad is a former NBA player. So.
Yeah. I can't believe we're not at draft night. Cam Boozer, he should do the marker.
He has to, right?
He should do the marker. The marker hair.
Like I know he has full hair.
Yeah.
And like you're not going to shave that, but you have to at least do an outline. You have to like put it.
Do like one of the bald caps and just color it with a marker.
Oh, that'd be so
legendary,
good, man. That'd be I know your draft night picks would be ruined. However, just think about how incredible,
how iconic. Or maybe do like
don't tell your dad that you're gonna do it,
dude. That'd be so good.
So it's like you have the pre-made bald cap that's drawn on, and then they call your name, and instead of like, when you get up from the table, you just put the bald cap on next to your dad, and like. You just see like, oh no.
Or like if he's with a team whose black isn't the primary color, you could do the cap, just color the cap with Sharpie on the way up to the podium, make Adam Silver wait. Maybe that wouldn't be as obvious what he's doing though.
Just grab a paintbrush and start doing it.
Yeah, speed it up a little bit. Adam Silver's just got the dap hand out waiting.
He's ready.
Boozer's just scribbling.
It's okay, he can wait.
Yeah, it's fun.
He can wait. That's where you did. What's crazy, it looks like in those commercials, it's bad to say that it looks like he colors in his beard.
He is, once you get a reputation for something, it's hard to shake it. You probably wouldn't think that if it wasn't for the head thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy that you're like, did he ever win a title? I don't know.
I would guess no. Because obviously not with the Bulls.
You were on good Bulls teams.
Yeah, good player.
And the only thing, he's a 2-time All-Star. And the thing you're remembered for is
the hair. Well, we're younger too. I mean, we didn't watch him as much in his prime.
He is, NCAA champion. Oops.
Oh, well.
He made 3rd team All-NBA in 2008.
That's wild. Good for him.
Yeah.
The commercials are terrible. The privacy mode Apple ones.
He's a gold medalist.
Man, Booze was really a presence there in the late 2000s.
Yeah.
Anyway. They're like hiding a twinning meme and stuff. I'm like, what is going on here?
I don't know.
It's not the best commercial I've ever seen.
There's 2. Wait, which one?
There's a couple. The Apple one where they're like hiding the memes from like the little kid or whatever. The brothers are.
It's a Samsung commercial.
Oh, it's a Samsung. Sorry. Whoops. It wasn't a good commercial, I guess. Because I got it entirely wrong in a way that probably drives them crazy. Good thing neither one is a sponsor.
Yeah.
Yet.
If
you want me to get it right, yeah.
Or Apple.
Yeah.
I defended both of you.
Either way.
Samsung makes chips for Apple, so it's like either one's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're way off course.
Yeah.
AJ would be cool. We'll come back with Peterson next week. The Bucks play today.
Tonight.
Against the Clippers.
11 hours from now as we record at nearly 10 a.m.
Oh, jeez, man.
Not good.
So if you're staying up for that one, we'll have things covered. And then they play next against the Portland Trail Blazers on Wednesday before having 2 days off to come play against the San Antonio Spurs. Maybe Giannis plays, maybe he doesn't.
Whew.
We'll see.
Good game to go to with the way Wembanyama's going.
Yeah, just Wemby's in town. That's a must go to.
Yeah, that's a hot ticket.
I'm gonna try to go.
You should.
I don't know if I'm gonna be in town. I don't know.
Rough.
It's gonna. Yeah, I know. We'll see. But we'll say thank you for listening to this episode of the Eurostep here on Blue Wire and GSPN, presented by our wonderful pals over at Prize Picks. Make sure you use the link in our description to check them out and use that good deal they got going on. And make sure you are subscribed wherever you're listening to or watching this podcast, your podcast platform of choice, or watching on YouTube. 5-star rating and review. Gauge in the comments, like the video, pod random, and we'll talk to you next time.